Nigel Farage is, of course, the Brexit leader. You can see his show on GB News, which you can find on flashnews.com.au, where you can get that and all of the other products that we have there. And the great man joins us now from the UK. Nigel, I have been in trouble for the past couple of days, but I don't resolve from it. Some of these climate protesters are doomsday cultists. They literally believe the world is going to end tomorrow. We have our own version here, and you, of course, have plenty of nutters there.
Oh, yes, we had them, gluing themselves to the very bridges you can see behind me on this shot. Gluing themselves to bridges, stopping the traffic on our big M25 orbital motorway. None of them ever get punished in any way at all. But yes, the thing is, they're being wound up. They're being wound up by an education system that doesn't teach both sides of an argument, and by people like Prince Charles, who've spent the last 20 years telling all of us we're going to be dead within a couple of years unless we stop driving 4x4 cars. So it is climate alarmism. Everyone cares about the environment. We all want to do good for the future, but we literally are driving some of our young people into a horrible mental state of mind through alarmism. And so in some ways, the responsibility is on us, the educational establishment and governments, for not being more rational.
Well, also, I understand the impatience of youth, right? We've all been there where we all want it all to change tomorrow. But the reality is that those who are even at the forefront of the action that's already been approved by governments, corporations, financial sectors, all the rest of it, need to turn around and say, no, guys, not in our name. You are, because as I said, the radicalisation of a doomsday cult means that any action is reasonable. And the protests here in Sydney, when the police tried to get in front of those, they literally, and we quote, feared for their lives when they went and raided their preparations. That's not climate protests. That is a doomsday cult.
Yes, it is. And we had an example in this country of an ambulance with a flashing light taking somebody critically ill to hospital, and still, the doomsdayists, as you call them, wouldn't let the ambulance through. So yeah, when you're dealing with that kind of mentality, they believe that any action is justified. So we've got to stop this alarmism. But I would suggest to those Australian protesters, I would suggest that what they really must do is just get a flight. I know it's going to emit some CO2, but get a flight to Beijing.
Yes.
Go and protest in Beijing, because there they will burn billions of tons of coal over the course of the next decade. Go to Beijing, glue yourself to the roads there and see how you get on.
Correct. Got 30 seconds. Prince Charles and a bag of Qatari cash.
You know, I have to say, he's not only been spreading that doomsday alarmist cult, he's now self-condemning Britain as if we were the only country on earth that had ever engaged in history of the slave trade. And now he's stupid enough to let a man into Clarence House, his private residence, a former Qatari Prime Minister, with a suitcase with €1 million in it in 500 notes. Not satisfied with that, the guy comes back the next time with Fortnum Masons bags, and he takes €3 million. I've always been a Charles sceptic, but even I didn't know he was that stupid.
Yeah, correct. Now, of course, all of it ended up with receipts and all the rest of it. But still, the idea of literally the bag of cash, please. Nigel, thank you, mate. Do appreciate it.